Shane's great on this event. Very nicely done. We've seen a lot of struggles on that element here today. Opens his body nicely at the end of that release. Little bit of a struggle right there, but release right here. Very clean. He'll also do that Bofsar from one end to the other. Really good exercise for Shane. Double front. Oh, and that is really hard to do. Stick that forward landing like that. Excellent job. He doesn't look happy, and I don't get it.
How about the number for Moldauer? 14.3 on pommel horse. Very good. And Yule jumps up into the top three. So makes a move. They'll go to Still Rings next. Cameron Bach, who is still on top and extended the lead just a little bit over Riley Lewis. And then Moldauer rounding out the top three. 14.05, his effort on parallel bars. So Wiskus into the top five right now. But overall, it's Cameron Bach still with the lead, a little more than a point over Riley Lewis. Yule Moldauer now jumps into third position. Bach and Moldauer on Still Rings to close it out. Riley Lewis will be on floor as we continue with the final rotation next. Final rotation, it comes down to this here at the Winter Cup in Indianapolis. Riley Lewis, a little more than a point out of the lead held by Cameron Bach, and Lewis will be on floor.
So he told us last year, I thought I had no chance for Tokyo. I'm definitely in a better place now. And after this competition so far, you sure are. Very, very powerful athlete on this event. Great start. Little bit of a hop on that layout with 2.5 twists. We call it a Randy in gymnastics. I can name 2 people in this arena that wouldn't have been shocked if they were in the position that both Cameron Bach and Riley Lewis are. And those are Cameron Bach and Riley Lewis. These guys have overperformed and just had a phenomenal competition. One last tumbling pass. What a day for this young man.
Got to be some feeling right now, too, when you're done, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I was right, Riley. That routine absolutely guarantees him a spot on the senior national team.
Decided to become a gymnast after watching the 2008 Olympics. Remember those, right?
Yeah, it makes me feel a little old, but thank you, Terry.
Vitaly Guimaraes, the 20-year-old. University of Oklahoma now on pommel horse. Didn't bring it up because of that.
Little bit of a pause on that scissor type element. Pretty good body position throughout. Just this dismount's got to fly up. And that'll be very interesting because I don't know if that's a dismount, and That's what they're talking about right there, I believe. And so he did not complete something that could be categorized as a dismount. And so he's got to go up again and do it. But of course, that's a full point off for the fall, plus the stuff that led to the fall. Vitali had a great competition today, but pommel horse, it can get the better of you. And that was lovely.
He's in 7th going into this final rotation. So, see what kind of a hit he takes for the mistake. Lose 14.25 on floor.
Keep the cameras on him, people.
There you go.
Shout out. Stanford.
Doesn't even know who to shout out.
Get used to this, Riley.
Yeah, early on you got to be thinking, okay, that's enough now.
Yeah, I know.
Nope, you're going to stay right there.
Is that 83.25?
So he waits to see if that number will hold up.
Riley just asked, was that an 83.25? And he's right, it was.
Yep.
In his all-around score.
Number for Guimaraes, disappointing. All right, Alan Bauer in 4th going into this final rotation, having just watched that.
And not many guys that are very strong all-around guys can point to pommel horse being their best event, but I would say that unequivocally is so for Alan Bauer. Do a lot of single pommel work, starting right here. Was a little bit off, but great fight on that. Fast hands, you gotta really be quick on a horse, especially when you get a little bit fatigued. Pick up that circle a little bit. Fly up to the handstand.
Oh.
Oh boy, and that is disastrous. Oh my goodness.
That has been the apparatus tonight, where we have seen runs end.
But that does not happen to Alan Bauer.
20 seconds.
He said at different points during the pandemic that people are doing more than I am. I got to get back out there. I got to do more. There you go. Very nicely done, but just like we saw, a full point for the fall.
Tim, you're talking about difficulty in terms of doing more. People, correct? In terms of what he said. Not that people out there training and he
right,
wasn't.
getting back out there.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Adrian de Los Angeles in 6th after the 5th rotation. So in a very good spot here.
In a spot he hasn't found himself in a very long time, to be honest. Was always extremely capable. Has so many wonderful gymnastics qualities. Release right here. Nicely done. Another one. And another one to turn around. Oh, that was not what he was supposed to do. He repeated the same skill twice, which you can do, but you get nothing for it. and you can incur deductions on it. I think he was probably supposed to do that release with an extra half turn. Good fight at the end, though.
Bauer's number on Pommel Horse 12.65.
Let's go, man. Come on. Oh, man.
Oh, that is.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Keep swinging. Come on. Come on.
So he is fourth after the fifth rotation, 5 points out of first. And here is the man taking the lead into the final rotation on Still Rings, Cameron Bach.
You know, you have to wonder in a competition like this where there is no audience, and sometimes that adrenaline rush is kind of what helps you get through the end of that routine, perhaps like we've been seeing on the Pommel Horse or at the end of a floor routine, where you could really just use that extra burst of energy, sometimes from the crowd cheering so loud, and we don't have that here, right? So a lot of new things that everybody, of course, is getting used to at this competition.
Well, that crowd noise also helps you hold those strength parts.
Right, extra strength,
It's
extra
just-
power,
yes,
extra endurance, you know,
absolutely.
all of the above.
So we go Cameron Bach and then Yul Moldauer back to back on rings. And Bach needs, check the number here, 13.25 to have that lead after this.
And that's very possible. A whole bunch of guys have gotten that number and far more.
See Moldauer waiting in the background too. They wait for a mark from the judges. That hasn't changed.
No. I asked Yule, you see that insignia on his chest right there? I said, what's that symbol? And he goes, that's me.
YM.
YM,
Yeah.
Yule Moldauer.
Don't have your own?
No.
No.
He said he's making the big bucks for it.
Yeah, it's time to sit down and relax at the moment. It's a long wait.
I always find it interesting how so many different athletes like to prepare for each event differently, right? So some kind of sitting down right before such an important routine, while others might be doing a little run around the arena or warming their shoulders up or whatever event that they're on.
This would be the biggest thing he has ever done in his gymnastics career. If he can hold on to this lead. And that was spectacular. Not typically known as one of the strongest guys, but pretty good there as well. Each one of these strength parts needs to be held for a full 2 seconds. Beautiful swing element. Well, this is just like he's been all day long. Great routine, double twisting, double somersault. Cameron Bach, wow.
He's been something else here in Indianapolis tonight. Yul Moldauer, low 5.
Come on, smile, man.
22-year-old from Newport Beach, California. Calls Tustin his hometown. Star at the University of Michigan. Adrian de Los Angeles. 12.65 on high bar. So in the top 5 as we wait on Yul Moldauer to go, and now Shane Wiskus, who was in the top 5 after the 5th rotation. And eventually get that number, which should be good enough for Cameron Bach.
I was very surprised with Shane, though. He's a very comfortable competitor. Has had a couple of hiccups today. got back on track on parallel bars with a fabulous routine. And I don't know if you guys remember the last time we saw him compete at a Nationals, he did a major release and only held on with one arm. It was pretty wild stuff. That release right here. Oh my gosh. And he does the exact same thing. That's not planned. Has a hard time finishing that last half turn on these skills. That first one's called a Cassina, named after the great Italian Olympic champion on this event. That was aggressive, going right for that handstand. Another one, very aggressive. It was a remarkable stave to stay on the bar, but it's not what he wanted to do, that's for sure. Double twisting, double somersault, laid out position, super hard routine.
And disappointing routine in the end. So we wait for that number. Cameron Bach, there it is, 14.1, and that is certainly enough to go back up top and lead. Remember, not done yet. Moldauer's still to come, but that is a solid lead for Cameron Bach, and what a night.
Yeah, I hate to call it before it's over, but there's your champion right there. Yule can be great on rings, but he can't be that great. Highest score today has been a 14.85 on rings. Boy, what a day. One of his weaker events, Cameron Bach, he has the second highest score of the competition on one of his weaker events. So remember, looking for strength parts that are held for 2 full seconds. That one was excellent.
Just to throw this out here, he would need 15.6 to lead.
Which is really difficult to do. Does that well. Back roll right into an iron cross. Perfectly flat position. Much improved, that skill right there. In the past, he would land a little bit above the cross and incur some deductions for it. Oh boy, a little bit of a struggle there. He's capable of doing a new dismount, keeping his legs straight. Nope, just the tuck double, small little hop.
Nastia, we started the night talking about different agendas and what this tonight means to different athletes. For a gymnast like Yul Moldauer, you're taking stock of where you are right now. But for Cameron Bach, this would be a huge win.
Oh, absolutely. His stock just went way up. For Yul, of course, definitely not the performance that he was hoping to have here, because when we did talk to him just last week, he said how great he felt, how confident he was feeling, his training was going well. So, of course, he's going to go back to the gym and probably reevaluate a few things and work harder than he has before. But
listen, everybody wants to win. I mean, that's why you're out here competing. For Moldauer, he's finding out, he's going to learn things tonight about each event, each apparatus, and go work on that. But in terms of his career, Cameron Bach just takes a huge step tonight.
You know, we talked about, for so many of these athletes, the extra year was a lot of help. Well, there you go. This is a prime example right here.
Timmy's got to put himself in the conversation.
Oh, he absolutely does. And the thing that's remarkable on top of that is the state of Michigan has been very locked down, as has the University of Michigan.
Now the guys that watch you
They had
on the home,
2-week pause a little while back for all athletics.
So remember what he needed to win. And even 14 for Yul Moldauer. He comes in third. It's Cameron Bach who gets the win. Yep, there's the congratulations. So the 22-year-old star at the University of Michigan wins it. He had the lead, shared the lead, then he had the lead. Could he hold on? He does here to be the 2021 Winter Cup champion. Congratulations on the win. What does this mean to you and do for you now?
It means a lot. I think I view this competition as the first step in the Olympic process. It doesn't. It's not the direct qualification process, but I view it as a good stepping stone to getting on that team. So I'm pretty proud of myself today.
Well, you should be proud, Cameron. I know you've always known you could be at this level, but honestly, did you think you could be on top at the end of this competition tonight?
Yeah, I kept looking at the standings, and I knew I was on top from maybe event 3 or 4, but I just had to keep telling myself that to take it one set at a time and just kind of humble myself to keep it going.
So a year like this, obviously, it's been so many mixed emotions and reactions of what people have kind of gotten out of this year. And watching you out here tonight, it kind of seems that you've gotten quite a bit out of it and just have really shined out there. What has it really meant for you this last year?
It's great to get out here and hit some sets and be around a bunch of great competitors. It's been tough, with all the quarantines and the initial lockdown, and we were training, we were doing ring strength, in my basement for a couple months. So to come from that to hitting six routines today, it's an awesome feeling.
It's going to become a popular training center now, your basement, with the success of this competition. Listen, congratulations once again, and that was fun to watch tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Great job.
Cameron Bach, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights here, guys, because, boy, it was really good from the start.
Great ball, just a small little hop, but, this wasn't just his best gymnastics effort. This was his best gymnastics effort by far.
And, to come into this year, into this competition with everything else going on in the world and deliver like he did today with this new Olympic year, you'd have to think that he just put his name pretty far up that list.
Well, he certainly is in the conversation. Absolutely. Couldn't have gone any better. Finishing off on the still rings. What a day. Cameron Bach. Always knew he could be up there, but just really hasn't had that big senior meet tonight. Absolutely. Great job.
And right there with one of the top names in American gymnastics. So Cameron Bach, the winner, and not Riley Lewis as well, who comes in second ahead of Yul Moldauer, then Shane Wiskus and Alan Bauer, the top 5 from Indianapolis tonight. As we step away, we remind you we're back tomorrow. The Winter Cup women's competition begins as Olympic champ Laurie Hernandez returns to action after more than 4 years away. Coverage starts at 12:30 Eastern on NBC. For Nastia Lukin, Tim Daggett, and our entire NBC Sports crew, I'm Terry Gannon saying so long from Indianapolis and the 2021 Winter Cup. See you tomorrow.